Hello, it's Trisha from So Totally Trisha here. A couple of days ago on her channel, I was demonstrating a couple of lovely zipped pouches with some lace across and two fabrics. And the top in particular, where the zip was, got nice tabs at each end just to give it a nice neat finish. As I didn't get round to demonstrating, I thought I'd show you how to do that today. So let's get started. I have my two pieces of outer fabric with the cutout corners and two pieces of lining fabric with the same cutout corners. And then two small pieces of fabric which are going to be my tabs. And I've carefully folded back 1/4 of an inch to the wrong side of the fabric at both ends and then folded it in half and given it a finger press, or you could iron, to give a nice crease in that fold line. And I've done that with the second one as well. Then with my zip, starting with the zipper pull end, I'm just going to open that just a little bit so that I can tuck those ends into the tab and line up. What we'll do is just open that a little bit more and just push that in because we don't want to hit those metal pieces. And pop a pin there just to hold that while we stitch, because I also don't want the zip to come apart there. I want that to line up nicely for when we do the zip up. So I'll pop a pin there. And then I'm going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch in from the edge just to hold all those layers together. Now just feel where that metal bit is and we'll come nice and close to the edge so that we don't hit that. Go slowly over the zipper coil itself and then we should be fine. And just carry on to the end. So there we have a nice line of stitching across there and the zip pulls right up to it. Now at the other end we want to trim this so that with our outer fabric here, or I'll show you against the lining because they're the same size, we want to leave about 1/2 inch from the edge of the fabric to the tab, and the same at the other end. Now I have already trimmed that and actually that's a perfect length. So if you just measure on the actual instructions, it says cut to 9 inches, which goes with the size of the pouch in the instructions. This was slightly different size, but that fits perfectly. So now I will get my other tab, which has mysteriously disappeared. Oops, has that gone? There it is. Okay. So I'm going to do exactly the same at this end and pop the tab, or rather the zip, into the tab up to the end, and then I'll just put a pin just to hold that together nicely while I stitch. So I'll set that aside, make sure those folded edges line up, and again stitch across there, and I can see that's come away just a little bit, so we'll push that over with the pin and straight across. Okay, so there we have, we'll trim those bits of thread off so they don't get in the way. Now the first thing to do with inserting a zip is we need to put the zip right side, or zipper pull down onto the top edge of my fabric, so the outer fabric. So here you can see the cutout corners are at the bottom. I'm just going to line up centrally where those zipper tabs go, and then I'm going to push it up a little bit so that the zip itself is lined up with the edge of the fabric. Now the zip tabs will go over this raw edge as well, but that is how it should be. And then we'll just pop another one at the top here. Okay, so there I have the zipper pull down and aligned with the edge of the fabric. I'm then going to take my lining fabric and pop that onto the top, lining up that side edge. And what I'll do is just take that pin out and replace it, and similarly here. Pull that one out as well. And then I'm going to change now my presser foot to the zipper foot and make sure if you've changed the needle position for your standard foot, make sure it goes back to the centre, otherwise you'll break your needle. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch from the edge across here, making sure that all those edges are aligned as I stitch. So I find the easy way here is to actually watch the foot and in a certain position or a certain part of the foot so that you get a nice straight line as you're stitching. So I'm pulling the zip to the raw edge and then I'm keeping my fingers on the lining and keeping all those layers together. And then again, I'm lining that up toward the edge and I'm just going to go the whole way across there. So now there is my zip, all enclosed beautifully. And now I'm just going to top stitch. So when I top stitch, I'm going to start from about where the tab is. It just makes it easier when we're actually putting the zip pouch together. But I'm going to start around here. But actually before I do that, I'm going to trim off. You could do it afterwards, but if you think about it now, just trim off that excess tab so that it doesn't show through the lining. So again, this time I'm lining up the edge of the zipper foot with the folded edge or the seam where it meets the zip, and I'm also pulling down the fabric at the bottom so that those bottom edges line up too. And then just keeping the zipper foot at that very edge, it's going to give me a nice straight line where my zip is inserted, just along that top edge. And then again, I'm going to stop just at the end of the zip tab. There I have a nice neat stitch line. Now I'm going to do the same again. So with my outer fabric, I'm going to place the zipper pull right side, there's the zipper pull, right side down. And again, I'm going to line up the top edge of the zip and the raw edge of the lining fabric, of the outer fabric rather, but I'm also making sure that this outside edge lines up as well. So I'm going to pop a pin in here just to keep that in place, and one in the centre and one at the end here. And when you get to the other side, the outer edges should meet up there. So I put a zip pin into that part, and then again with my lining fabric, I'm going to enclose the zip again. So the outer fabric was on the bottom, so I'm going to put the lining fabric on the top. Always need to know that the zip is sandwiched between those layers. So if you want to pin all along, I actually find it easier to keep lining the fabric. I watch the two at the bottom and I line this top fabric, pull that into line as I'm going. So again, start where this tab is and start stitching there. And if the zipper pull gets in the way, it's down this other end, we'll see when we get to it. So I'm just pulling the edge of the zip to the edge of the fabric and stitching along there. Just going to take that pin out and I can see that that matches up nicely, and put my finger down on the lining fabric just to hold those layers together. Let's see now. That zip is going to get in the way this time, so I'm just going to manipulate that and pull it past. So that's now out of the way. Realign my fabrics and stitch to the end of the tab again. So I'm going to open that out and we'll stitch from this way here. So just pull that to the side. As I say, pull those outer and lining fabrics together at the bottom. That means you won't get any puckers or pleats on the other side. And then again, I'm starting from the tab and just using the edge of my zipper foot, pulling that down, pulling the top fabric down and lining that up with the edge of the seam. What I'm doing with my hands is pulling it apart, so that just keeps that nicely aligned. Okay, so there is our zip with our nice neat edges. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to line up, we're going to open that zip like I have, bring the outer fabrics together, and I like to push that tab towards the outer fabric and then line up the lining where the two seams meet. So I'll pop a pin in there, flip it to the other side, and again, if I push that tab to the outer fabric and line up where the seams come together. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch all the way along the outer edge. I'm ignoring, in fact, first of all, I'm going to clip off this seam here. Put that there. Just clip off this tab because we don't want that in there, it's too bulky. I'll do the other one as well. Reinsert that pin, and I'm going to stitch down the side. So I'm going to take off my zipper foot and put my standard foot on. There we are. And I'm going to have a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and just to stitch up the side. And because we left that gap at the side of the zip, this means we're going to miss the tab, and that is actually going to be free to give a nice neat finish. So there's one side. We'll go along the bottom, straight along that bottom edge, across to join that completely. Pull those seams together. Pin as much as you like as you go. And this one here, line that. And just pull those edges together. Over to the lining fabric. And pull that together too. And it's when we come to the bottom edge, we just need to do something slightly differently. So at the bottom edge, all we're going to do is stitch about 1 inch to 2 inches across here, and leave a gap, and then a couple of inches at the other side. So I just reverse when I get to the point where I want to leave the opening, and then I'll reverse at the beginning of the next and over to the side. Okay, so now I need to do something with these cut out corners. So what I'm going to do is put my finger in the hole, pull it apart, and then flatten that seam. So where the seams come together, I like to push one seam to one side and one to the other. Then I'm going to stitch across here. I'm going to reverse at the beginning and reverse at the end. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. You probably noticed I haven't got any wadding in this particular pouch, but it is nice to put a bit of wadding in because it gives a little bit of body. Okay, so here at the bottom, I also like where those seams come together. I like them both to go the same way. Let's just hook that under there. And clip that. And then just the 2 outers to go. So finger in, seams meet, one seam going one way, one going the other. Under the presser foot. And then the second one here as well. Press together under the presser foot and stitch across. Now if the seam goes a little bit wobbly, we can always trim those off at the end. I like to just give it a clip those off, and that little bit there, and similarly here. And the reason we left the gap in the bottom in the lining fabric is so that we can turn the pouch through to the right side. Just clip those bits off. So, and the reason we opened the zip as well was to be able to pull that all the way through. So I'll just pull that through the gap like so, And at this point, I also like to just push my fingers into these, where the cutout squares in the corners were, just to make sure that the whole of that is closed, because you can quite easily, if the fabric slips, you'll get a hole in the bottom, and it's so much easier to close it before you've actually closed the gap, and just by stitching across again. So there we are, we've got the lining. Now how I like to close this is put my fingers in each side, pull together, and those fabrics line up beautifully. Give it a little finger press across there, just pull that out, and just a continuation of that seam. And then I'm going to stitch very closely to the edge there the whole way across the bottom. So pop some pins in there if you like to, or as I do, I just hold that together as I go. I just keep making sure that that's all aligned beautifully, and just reverse at the end and cut. So if we trim off that little bit of thread from the beginning and from the end, and here just a little tester, give it a pull to make sure the whole of that is closed, and then pop that into the zipped pouch, just pop the lining in, and the same with this side. I'm just poking both fingers down there, and then you can pop this little bit up. Can you see that zipped tab? That is now giving a nice neat finish at each side. So it's a little bit floppier than my one because it's without wadding, but it's still a nice little case with nice little neat ends. Well, thanks for watching. You can find me on Facebook as So Totally Trisha, and on Instagram and on YouTube. Look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.